What's up, guys and gals? Mirrormask here. Today I'm going to do a video on the 5 reasons that I prefer a dual sport over everything else. But first, I gotta go get some gas. Topic of the day, like I said, 5 reasons I choose a dual sport over everything else. And this is totally personal preference. Alright, number 1, the cost. Now, they do hold their value, so the upfront cost, if you're buying a used one, can be a little hard to swallow at first. Be expected to pay anywhere around $3 grand and up. If you're lucky, like me, maybe you can find something for $1,500 that somebody thinks something's wrong with, and just do your research. Like this one, $1,500, the guy thought that the forks were bent. Really, it was just a triple tree that was misaligned. Very common problem on off-road vehicles, off-road motorcycles. Not a big deal. You just undo the lower clamp, bounce the shocks up and down a little bit, and then retighten them. You're good to go. So yeah, I got what the guy thought was a busted up bike. I got it for $1,500. So that was a win. Also know that if you're going to get into dual sport riding or adventure riding or anything like that, there's going to be some cost in gear. Luggage systems, if that's what you want to do. Put some racks on here, probably some different tires on here, folding mirrors, camera, things like this. They're going to be upfront cost if you plan on recording any of your adventure, and if you plan on actually doing any long haul camping trips or anything like that. You're going to need a way to carry luggage. You can use the old backpack and strap everything to your rear seat method. It's worked for a long time, but I don't recommend it because that puts so much weight up towards the top, and now you're top heavy, which is not good when you're off-road. You kind of want it to be a little lower, luggage racks, pannier systems, that kind of stuff. All right, reason number 2 is versatility. All right, a dual sport. Now let me break it down. All right, let me break down the difference between a dual sport and an adventure motorcycle. All right, an adventure motorcycle is a street bike that has some off-road capability. A dual sport is a dirt bike that has some street capability. So an adventure bike would be more along the lines 70% street, 30% off-road. I mean, I'm just throwing these numbers out there. And a dual sport would be more like 70% dirt, 30% street. Dual sports are lighter, they're easier to handle off-road, they're nimble, they're pretty quick, they're pretty torquey, due to the fact that I think almost every single dual sport, if not all of them, I mean, I don't know every single model, is a single cylinder, which is, really good for low-end torque and all that. Yeah, so that's, versatility. They can pretty much do and take you anywhere that you want to go. Maybe not the fastest. Maybe a dual sport's not as fast on the street as an adventure bike or anything like that. But when you're out on an adventure, if you want speed, get a sport bike. If you want comfort, get a cruiser. If you want a bike that's versatile and can do anything, get a dual sport. If you want a comfortable dual sport, get an adventure bike. But just know adventure bikes are going to be bigger, they're going to be heavier, they're not really that great for beginner. I've been riding many years, and I'll be honest, I don't know if right now I don't have that much experience on the dirt. I don't know if I would take an adventure bike off-road. That's just me personally. I feel much more comfortable on something smaller like a dual sport. until I build my confidence up. Number 3, reliability. These things are damn near bulletproof. All right, they've been making the same designs for over 2 decades on some of these models. Like the KLR 650 has been unchanged since the 80s. The XT225 has been unchanged since the 80s. Yeah, they're just extremely durable. They're very easy to take care of. The maintenance schedule on the XT225, for example, is about 3,000 miles. So, you know, clean and lube the chain up every couple hundred miles, or every time you change the oil. Change the oil every 3,000 miles. If you're in really sandy and muddy places, you might want to clean your chain a little bit more than 3,000 miles. You know, maybe every 500 miles or something. Clean the chain, lube it up, because that's your lifeblood. Number 4 kind of ties into number 3, is maintenance. These things are super cheap to maintain. I mean, you really only have to change the oil and keep the chain in good condition. You know, make sure your tires are not dry rotting or anything like that, or you don't have any pinch flats or anything. Yeah, super easy to maintain. A lot of the parts, if you need to replace anything, are pretty damn cheap because, like I said, they've been made for a long, long time. So you have just warehouses chock full of parts. You have used parts. eBay's full of parts. Amazon's got parts. Everybody's got parts. You know, I mean, you can get some aftermarket stuff, the racks and stuff like that. I'm getting a bigger gas tank. This is a 2.3 or 2.2 gallon gas tank. Clark makes one that's a 4.1 gallon. It's like 235 bucks. Yeah, definitely get a larger gas tank. That's on the way for things that I'm getting pretty soon. All right, guys, reason number 5. And this is a super important one to me. The cost of insurance. Oh my God, a dual sport is stupidly cheap to insure. I'll put it this way. When I insured my Honda PCX 150, it was like $12 a month, right? $12 a month for the Honda PCX 50. When I added this, it only went up $2. So this thing's like less than $5 a month to insure. That is ridiculous. All right, so you've got, you know, just this amazing running machine that's easy to maintain and all that stuff. It can get you where you're going. It can take you on-road, off-road, everything. It's an all-purpose bike for like $5 a month insurance. That's insane. Yeah, that's my top 5 reasons. I'll give you a bonus one. Bonus number 6 is the cost to run it. Like, it sips gas. I mean, on a 2-gallon tank, you know, 2.2, let's just say 2 gallon, you get a little over 150 miles, about 150 to 160, depending on how you ride, off 2 gallons. So you throw on the Clark tank, which is 4.1 gallons, and I mean, you've got 250 to 300 mile range on this baby, and it almost doesn't matter what the gas price is. You're only getting like 2 to 4 gallons. 4 gallons if you get the bigger tank, 2 gallons is. So it's dirt cheap to run. The miles per gallon on this thing is anywhere, like I said, it depends on how you ride, it depends on how loaded up you are, anywhere between 70 to 100 miles a gallon. 70 to 100 miles a gallon. That is insane. That is ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, like, if you're in the market for something that's cheap on insurance, that's cheap to operate as far as fuel cost goes, man, look at a dual sport. Get into motorcycling, man. Motorcycling is fun as hell. It's super rewarding. It's just the freest feeling type of transportation that I've been on. I've been on boats, I've been on planes, I've been on trains, obviously automobiles and motorcycles. Man, motorcycles by far is the freest feeling you'll ever have in life. If you've never ridden on the road or off-road or anything on a motorcycle, it is just the freest feeling in the world. I totally recommend getting one. Find a good used one. You know, they're not as expensive as, you know, you think they are. If you've never looked at motorcycles before and you think in your head, oh man, they're like 10 grand. No, you can get a good used one for, you know, under 3 grand, under 2 grand in some cases. So yeah, I highly recommend getting into motorcycling. The community of motorcyclists is just the coolest community. I mean, everyone looks after each other, everyone takes care of each other. It's an amazing community, and I've always enjoyed meeting the many bikers that I've met over my lifetime. Most of them are on the street. I'll admit, I've met some dirt bikers and stuff. I look forward to meeting a ton of adventure riders. Pretty soon, me and my buddy, he's working on getting his bike now, are planning to take a trip across the country. I'm sure we'll meet plenty of adventure riders, and I'm sure we'll have an amazing time and a hell of an adventure. But yeah, you guys, that's it. That's my top 5 plus the bonus. I know they're super simple, they're super easy. You know, there's nothing complicated about explaining them. But sometimes simple does the trick. But that's it. If you guys like the video, want to see more content and everything, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. If you have any questions or comments or anything, leave them below. I'm gonna park up here at this church, and I'm gonna do a little walk around in my bike and point out a couple of mods I've done. I do this almost at the end of all my videos because it seems like I've always got something new done. So I'll stop by up here, do that real quick, and then I'll point out a couple of things that I will be doing. Those of you who have watched my videos know this spot very well. I tend to park here a lot. I don't know why. I guess it's because it's right towards the end of my trip around, you know, my area. Come on, man. All right, so things I've done. Let me open my face shield. It's getting a little warm. Aftermarket, obviously. These are Yamaha. I got brush guards. I like the big ones because they block more wind. This little thing you see sitting here, this is a homemade windshield. It's not like incredible, but it does the job. It does the job for the most part. Aftermarket mirrors, these fold. So when you're on road, you can fold them up. When you're off road, you can fold them down. For my cell phone, kind of a RAM mount holder. This right here is for my remote that goes to my Bluetooth headset communicator. Rear rack, I put this on there. This goes to my top box. Now, these right here, I just have these on here just to put a bungee cord over them. That's all. Aftermarket foot pegs, pretty cool. I need to repaint them. I see a little rust in there. Aftermarket seat cover from Walmart. It's like 20 bucks. It's Mad Dog. Just adds a little extra cushioning. Most of my mods and most of my gear is going to be in the links below. So if you guys are curious as to what gear I'm rocking or anything like that, check the links below. But yeah, that's it so far for the mods. I got my chain cleaned up the other day and just relubed it and everything, so I'm kind of running that. Oh, I finally got my new chain slider in. My other one kind of, because it was 13 years old, chewed up and eventually broke. So I finally got the new chain slider and got that on. Got that off eBay. What else do we got? Oh yeah, my side racks. My side racks are coming from Happy Trail. They're already paid for, ordered and everything, but they, because of the new year, they said they weren't shipping them out until the 4th of January. So that's, I think, it's tomorrow. So yeah, that'll be good. But yeah, that's it so far. Like I said, all my gear and everything they use, my cameras, my helmet, my gloves, all my setup, all that's in the link below if you guys are curious as to what I'm rocking. As far as gear goes and what adventure suit I have and all that stuff, links below. Yep, that's it, guys. Guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the video. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you dislike it. Questions, comments, all that below. Let me know about your XT225s or your adventure bikes in general. I'll see you guys in the next video. Mirrormask out. Peace.